Oh, wonderful. Another Tuesday, another batch of fresh meat for the Crimson Pits. And what do the brilliant entertainment coordinators of Station Nexus 7 decide to throw into our lovely bloodbath today? A single, solitary, utterly unremarkable human female, who looks like she weighs about as much as my left tentacle. Fantastic. Absolutely riveting television, I'm sure. My name is Korvac Thane, Senior Arena Coordinator for the most profitable gladiatorial complex in the Outer Rim. And let me tell you something about my job. It involves a lot of disappointed customers, a lot of cleaning crews working overtime, and a lot of very stupid decisions made by very important people who think they understand entertainment. Today's stupid decision has a name, Maya Cross. She stands there in the prep chamber, all 5 feet and 4 inches of pale human flesh, with brown hair pulled back in what their species calls a ponytail and wearing standard arena gear that looks 3 sizes too big for her. The betting odds are currently sitting at 807 to 1 against her lasting more than 15 minutes. The smart money says she won't survive the opening bell. I lean back in my observation throne, all 4 of my eyes focused on the monitors showing her vitals. Heart rate steady, breathing normal. No signs of the usual pre-combat terror that most new gladiators display. Either she's completely insane, or she's hiding something very, very dangerous beneath that unremarkable exterior. My betting coordinator, a twitchy Zulkarian named Pip, slides up to my platform with his usual nervous energy. "Sir, we have got a problem with the match lineup." "What kind of problem, Pip? Did someone forget to feed the Razorback pack again?" "No, sir. It's about the human. The other gladiators are, well, they are refusing to fight her." I pivot 3 of my eyes toward him, while keeping 1 on the monitors. "Refusing? Since when do our fighters get to refuse anything?" But Pip's tentacles writhe in obvious distress. "Since word got around about where she came from, sir. Apparently she's not just any human. She's from Earth, the actual homeworld. A genuine, certified, original Deathworlder." The temperature in my office suddenly feels several degrees colder. Earth, the name that makes seasoned mercenaries check over their shoulders and hardened pirates reconsider their career choices. The legendary gravity hell where the dominant species evolved by literally fighting everything else on the planet for 65 million years and winning. "How exactly?" I ask with the kind of calm that usually precedes someone getting thrown out an airlock. "Did a Deathworlder end up in our holding cells?" "Debt collection, sir. She owed money to the Syndicate for passage off-world. When she couldn't pay, they sold her contract to us for arena work." I study the human again on my monitors. Maya Cross. From Earth. She's currently doing what appears to be stretching exercises, moving her joints through ranges of motion that would snap most civilized beings in half. Her muscle definition is subtle but unmistakable to someone who's seen enough fighters. This isn't the soft flesh of a civilian. This is a predator's body, honed by whatever nightmare environment produced her. What was she doing before the debt collectors found her? Pep consults his datapad with shaking appendages. "Military service, sir. Something called Special Forces." The file is mostly redacted, but there are references to urban warfare, close quarters combat, and something called hostile planet pacification. Urban warfare, close quarters combat, hostile planet pacification. The euphemisms that civilized species use when they don't want to admit they are talking about systematic professional killing. And our brilliant acquisition team thought it would be entertaining to throw her in with standard gladiators. The paperwork just said human female, age 26, physical condition adequate. Nobody bothered to check her background beyond the debt verification. I make a mental note to have a very unpleasant conversation with our acquisition team, assuming any of us survive the next few hours. Down in the prep chamber, Maya Cross has finished her stretching routine and moved on to inspecting the weapons rack. She handles each piece with the casual familiarity of someone who's used them all before. Plasma sword, neural disruptor, kinetic rifle, shock gauntlets. Her fingers trace along the grip of each weapon like she's greeting old friends. The arena itself is a masterpiece of brutal engineering, 50 meters square, surrounded by energy barriers that keep the violence contained and the audience safe. The floor is scarred permacrete that's seen 10,000 deaths, and the walls are equipped with automated weapon dispensers, trapdoors, and environmental hazards designed to keep fights interesting. Today's entertainment was supposed to be simple. Maya Cross versus the Crimson Pack, a group of 6 Thrakari hunters who specialize in taking down larger prey through coordinated pack tactics. Should have been a quick, bloody spectacle followed by cleanup in the next event. Instead, I'm watching the pack leader, a battle-scarred veteran named Grix, pace nervously in his holding area while his teammates openly discuss requesting transfers to other matches. "Sir," Pip whispers, "the audience is getting restless. Ticket sales were based on the novelty of seeing a Deathworlder fight. If we cancel now, we are not canceling anything." I activate the communication array that connects to every holding cell in the complex. "Attention gladiators. Today's matches will proceed as scheduled. Any fighter who refuses to enter the arena will be considered in breach of contract and subject to immediate termination." The silence that follows is heavy with unspoken threats. In the gladiatorial business, breach of contract isn't a legal matter. It's a survival matter. Rick stops pacing and looks directly into his cell's camera. "Coordinator Thane, with respect, you don't understand what you are asking us to do. Humans aren't just dangerous because they are strong or fast. They are dangerous because they think differently. They see patterns in combat that other species miss. They adapt to situations that would paralyze normal minds. You have fought Deathworlders before, Grix. The Korthak delegation from Titan V nearly took your head off last season. Titan V is a heavy-gravity world. Yes. But it's not Earth. Earth didn't just produce one apex predator species. It produced thousands. And then it made them all compete against each other for millions of years. Until only the absolute deadliest survived. Humans aren't just Deathworlders, Coordinator. They are the Deathworlders who won." I watch Maya Cross on the monitor as she selects her weapons. Plasma sword for close work, shock gauntlets for hand-to-hand, and a neural disruptor for range. Standard loadout for a balanced fighter. Nothing that screams unstoppable killing machine. "Your concerns are noted, Grix. Fight or die. Those are your options." The arena announcer's voice echoes through the complex, signaling the start of the evening's entertainment. 20,000 beings from across the galaxy have paid good money to see blood spilled on the scarred floor of the Crimson Pits. They want spectacle. They want violence. They want to go home with stories about the night they watched a genuine Earthborn human fight for her life. Maya Cross steps into the arena, and the crowd erupts in a mixture of cheers, boos, and species-specific sounds of approval. She looks impossibly small under the harsh arena lights, but she moves with the controlled grace of someone who's comfortable with violence. The betting boards update in real time as last-minute wagers pour in. The odds against her have actually improved to 200 to 1, mostly because a few wealthy Terran expatriates have started placing significant money on their homeworld representative. Across the arena, the access tunnel hisses open and the Crimson Pack emerges. 6 Thrakari hunters, each standing nearly 8 feet tall, covered in natural armor, plating and equipped with claws that can punch through starship hull plating. Grix leads them in formation, his yellow eyes fixed on the small human who stands alone in the center of the arena. Maya Cross raises her hand in what appears to be a casual wave to the crowd. The gesture looks almost friendly until you notice that she's using it to count the number of opponents, catalog their equipment, and identify their formation patterns. Her head tilts slightly as she calculates distance, angles, and timing with the unconscious precision of someone who's done this particular dance many times before. The arena's automated systems activate, sealing all exits and raising the energy barriers to full strength. Medical teams stand by in the emergency access tunnels, ready to retrieve whatever pieces remain when the fighting stops. The cleaning crews have already prepared their equipment for what promises to be a significant biological hazard situation. "Ladies, gentlemen, and beings of all classifications," the announcer's voice booms across the arena, "welcome to Tuesday night bloodshed at the Crimson Pits. Tonight's main event features Maya Cross, human female from the legendary Deathworld Earth, facing off against the Crimson Pack, 6-time champions of the Outer Rim circuit." The crowd noise reaches deafening levels as the fighters take their positions. Maya Cross stands motionless in the center ring while the Thrakari spread out in a hunting formation designed to attack from multiple angles simultaneously. The countdown begins. 10 seconds to violence. 10 seconds until we find out if the legends about Earth humans are true, or if they are just another example of Deathworlder mythology inflated by distance and fear. 9. Maya Cross closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Her vitals remain perfectly steady. 8. The Thrakari lower themselves into hunting crouches, claws extended, ready to tear flesh from bone. 7. Someone in the crowd shouts something in what sounds like Terran Standard. Maya's head turns slightly toward the sound. 6. Rick signals his packmates. They begin their approach, moving with the coordinated precision of apex predators. 5. Maya Cross opens her eyes, and for just a moment the arena cameras catch something in her expression that makes my skin crawl. It's not fear or anger or desperation. It's anticipation. 4. The energy barriers reach full power, humming with enough force to vaporize anything that tries to breach them. 3. Maya draws her plasma sword. The blade ignites with a sound like tearing silk. 2. The Thrakari break into a run, 6 killing machines moving with lethal intent toward one small human. 1. Maya Cross smiles. The bell rings, and all hell breaks loose. Maya doesn't wait for the pack to reach her. The moment the bell sounds, she explodes into motion with a speed that makes the arena cameras struggle to track her movement. She's not running toward the Thrakari. She's running toward the nearest wall, using the arena's geometry to limit the number of angles they can attack from simultaneously. Rix realizes the tactical implication immediately and roars orders to his pack, but Maya has already bounced off the wall and launched herself at the pack's left flank. Her plasma sword carves through the air in an arc that would decapitate most beings. But the Thrakari she's targeting manages to get his arm up in time to block. The blade cuts through natural armor plating like it's made of paper. Blue blood sprays across the arena floor as the Thrakari screams and stumbles backward, clutching the stump where his arm used to be. First blood to the human. And it took exactly 4 seconds. The crowd erupts in shocked approval. This isn't the quick execution they expected. This is actual combat between trained killers, and the small human is holding her own against creatures twice her size. Maya doesn't pause to admire her handiwork. She's already moving again, using the wounded Thrakari as a living shield while she targets the next closest opponent. Her shock gauntlets crackle with electrical energy as she drives a punch into the creature's abdomen, right below the edge of his armor plating. The Thrakari convulses as 50,000 volts course through his nervous system. He drops to the arena floor, twitching uncontrollably but still alive. Maya has neutralized 2 opponents in less than 10 seconds without actually killing either of them, which, as I'm beginning to realize, might be the most terrifying thing about this fight so far. Rix and the 3 remaining pack members have regrouped and are approaching more cautiously now. They have seen enough to understand that this isn't going to be the easy hunt they anticipated. Maya Cross isn't just dangerous. She's professionally dangerous. She's turning their coordinated attack into a tactical nightmare by refusing to fight the way they expected. "Pip," I call to my coordinator. "What are her vitals showing?" "Heart rate elevated but stable, sir. Breathing slightly increased. No signs of fatigue or stress overload." She's actually enjoying this. I watch Maya duck under a swipe from Grix's claws and respond with an elbow strike to his knee joint that makes an audible cracking sound. The pack leader staggers but doesn't go down. These Thrakari are tough, built to take punishment and keep fighting. But Maya isn't trying to overpower them. She's dissecting them. Each attack targets specific vulnerabilities. Each movement is calculated to cause maximum damage with minimum energy expenditure. She's fighting like someone who's had to kill things bigger and stronger than herself for years. Which, given her background in Earth's military, is probably exactly what she's been doing. The 4th Thrakari tries to catch her in a bear hug, using his superior reach and strength to crush her against his chest. Maya responds by activating both shock gauntlets simultaneously and grabbing him by the throat. The electrical discharge is so intense that the arena lights flicker. The Thrakari releases her and staggers backward, smoke rising from the contact points where her gauntlets touched his neck. He's still alive, but his nervous system has been scrambled badly enough that he can barely stand. 3 down. 3 to go. And Maya Cross hasn't even started sweating yet. The betting odds have shifted dramatically. What started as 84 to 7 to 1 against the human has dropped to 1 to 15 to 1. and the smart money is starting to flow in the other direction. The crowd is on its feet, screaming approval for every devastating technique the small human displays. Reeks and his two remaining packmates have backed off to reassess their strategy. They are professional fighters, veterans of hundreds of arena matches, and they are smart enough to recognize when they are being outclassed. She's not fighting like prey, Grix calls out to his companions. She's fighting like a hunter. Maya wipes blue blood from her plasma sword on the arena floor and looks up at the three remaining Thrakari with that same anticipatory smile. You boys want to keep playing, or should we call it here? Her voice carries clearly across the arena, and the translator systems render her words in dozens of languages for the diverse audience. There's no fear in her tone, no desperation, just professional courtesy, like a craftsman asking if her clients are satisfied with the work so far. The remaining Thrakari exchange glances. They are trying to decide if their pride is worth risking their lives against a Deathworlder who's just demonstrated that she can neutralize 3 of their packmates without breaking a sweat. Grix makes the decision for all of them. We yield. The words echo across the suddenly silent arena. In 10,000 matches, the Crimson Pack has never yielded. They have been beaten, sometimes brutally, but they have never quit a fight. Until today, Mania Cross nods respectfully and deactivates her weapons. Smart choice. You are good fighters, just not quite good enough. The arena announcer struggles to find words for what just happened. Ladies and gentlemen, in an unprecedented turn of events, the Crimson Pack has yielded to Maya Cross. The human victor advances, but I'm not listening to the announcer anymore. I'm staring at the monitors showing Maya's post-fight vitals. Heart rate already returning to normal. Breathing steady. No signs of fatigue or combat stress. She fought 6 trained killers, disabled 3 of them, and forced the other 3 to surrender. And she looks like she just finished a light workout. A pipe appears at my side, datapad clutched in his trembling appendages. Sir, the audience is demanding to know when her next fight will be scheduled. I look down at the arena floor, where Maya Cross is helping one of the wounded Thrakari to his feet, offering professional respect to opponents who gave her a good fight. The crowd is chanting her name, demanding more violence, more spectacle. Schedule her next match for Thursday night, I tell Pip. And start spreading the word that we have got a genuine Deathworlder champion. What opponents should we line up for her, sir? I watch Maya wave to the crowd as she exits the arena, plasma sword hanging casually at her side like it weighs nothing at all. She's already studying the arena layout, memorizing sight lines and tactical positions for future reference. I have no idea, Pip. But whatever we throw at her, it had better be spectacular, because Maya Cross just turned the Crimson Pits into the most dangerous place in the Outer Rim. And honestly, I couldn't be more excited about the profit margins. 48 hours after Maya Cross made the Crimson Pack surrender like scared hatchlings, and my life has become a beautiful nightmare of credits flowing in and sanity flowing out. The Comac system hasn't stopped buzzing since Tuesday night. Booking agents from 12 different star systems want exclusive contracts. 3 different entertainment networks are offering ridiculous money for broadcast rights. And every 2-bit gladiator in the Outer Rim is suddenly claiming they are tough enough to take on the Deathworlder. They are wrong, of course. But their stupidity is profitable. So I'm not complaining. Sir, Pip scuttles up to my platform, clutching his datapad like a life preserver. We have a situation developing in the holding cells. What kind of situation? Did someone forget to feed the acid spitters again? No, sir. It's about Maya Cross. The other gladiators are, well, they are requesting protective custody. I swivel all 4 eyes toward him. Protective custody? From what? From her, sir. Apparently she's been doing training exercises in the common areas, and the other fighters are claiming it's psychological warfare. I pull up the security feeds from the gladiator quarters. There's Maya in the central exercise yard, going through what appears to be a routine fitness workout. Push-ups, sit-ups, some kind of stretching routine that would snap most spines in half. Standard stuff for someone maintaining combat readiness. Then I notice the other gladiators. 24 of the most feared killers in the Outer Rim, pressed against the far walls of the exercise yard like they are trying to phase through solid metal. A Korthak warrior who once ripped apart 3 opponents with his bare hands is actually trembling as he watches Maya do jumping jacks. What exactly is she doing that has them so terrified? Middle consults his notes with shaking appendages. According to the complaint, sir, she's been doing something called burpees for the past hour. Also mountain climbers and squat thrusts. The Zelkarian fighter Big Mike says watching her exercise is more terrifying than actual combat because it proves she's not even trying to be intimidating. I watch Maya transition smoothly from push-ups to a handstand routine that defies several laws of physics. Her movements are precise, controlled, economical. She's not showing off. She's maintaining the weapon that is her body with the same professional care a pilot shows for his ship, which apparently is absolutely horrifying to observe. Has she said anything to the other fighters? Just good morning and excuse me when she needs to access equipment. Very polite, very professional. The psychological impact has been devastating. A soft chime indicates an incoming priority message. I activate the holo projector and find myself face to face with Admiral Karras of the Syndicate Fleet, a bloated hut-like creature whose criminal organization controls half the illegal entertainment in this sector. Coordinator Thane, Karras oozes through his translator. I understand you have acquired something interesting. Admiral, what a delightful surprise. I assume you are calling about our new fighter. Indeed. My sources tell me she dispatched the Crimson Pack without sustaining significant injury. Most impressive. I have a proposition for you. The profit alarm in my brain starts ringing. When syndicate admirals make propositions, they usually involve large amounts of money changing hands. I'm listening. I have acquired several fighters who believe they can succeed where the pack failed. Warriors from the death rings of Mortis Prime, killers who have never known defeat. I propose a special exhibition match. Your human against my champions. Winner takes all. I lean back in my throne, considering the implications. The death rings of Mortis Prime are legendary for producing the most violent, ruthless fighters in known space. Their gladiators don't just kill opponents, they obliterate them, body, mind, and soul. How many champions are we talking about? 6 of my finest. Each one a master of different combat disciplines. Each one undefeated in formal arena combat. And the stakes? Karras's smile is a disturbing sight involving far too many teeth. If your human wins, I transfer ownership of 3 Class A entertainment stations to your corporation. If my champions win, I acquire your human's contract and exclusive rights to broadcast her future matches. 3 Class A stations. That's more money than most star systems generate in a decade. The kind of wealth that lets you buy your own planet and declare yourself emperor. When did you want to schedule this exhibition? Tonight. My champions are already in transit. The match will be broadcast live across 17 sectors. Pay-per-view revenues alone should exceed 50 million credits. I look down at the security feed showing Maya finishing her workout routine. She's now doing something that appears to involve jumping in place while moving her arms and legs in complex patterns. The other gladiators have retreated to the far corners of the exercise yard and look like they are considering requesting transfers to different facilities. Admiral, I accept your proposition, but I want live medical support standing by and full insurance coverage for arena damage. Agreed. My champions will arrive within the hour. The connection terminates, leaving me staring at monitors showing the most profitable night in Crimson Pit's history, and possibly the most dangerous. Pip appears again, looking even more nervous than usual. Sir, should I inform Maya Cross about the match? Send her the basic details. 6 opponents. Death Ring veterans. No weapons restrictions. Fight until yield or incapacitation. Standard arena rules. And if she refuses the match, I watch Maya coolly towel off from her workout while 24 hardened killers give her enough space to land a small spacecraft. Somehow, Pip, I don't think that's going to be a problem. 3 hours later, my profit projections have been shattered, my insurance premiums have tripled, and my medical staff has started wearing body armor. The champions from Mortis Prime are everything Admiral Karras promised. 6 creatures representing different nightmare evolutionary paths, each one designed by millions of years of hostile environment to kill everything else more efficiently. There's Vash, the Bone Breaker, a crystalline entity whose body can shift between solid and liquid states to slip through defenses. Rex Ironhide, whose natural armor plating has deflected plasma cannon fire. Sith, the Shadow Walker, who can bend light around her body to achieve near invisibility. Karn Bloodfist, whose punches generate kinetic force equivalent to small explosions. Nex Mindrender, a psychic predator who can scramble nervous systems with direct mental contact. And their leader, Tor the Deathbringer, who stands 9 feet tall and has personally killed over 300 opponents in formal combat. They are professionals, specialists, artists in the medium of violence. Maya Cross stands alone in the prep chamber, checking her equipment with the same methodical care she showed before the pack fight. Plasma sword, shock gauntlets, neural disruptor. Standard loadout for someone who doesn't need exotic weapons to be deadly. The betting boards are going insane. Money is flowing in from across the galaxy as news of the exhibition spreads through underground networks. The odds started at 500 to 1 against Maya, but they are dropping rapidly as Earth expatriates place increasingly large wagers on their homeworld representative. Sir, Pip reports, we have had to expand arena seating twice. Current attendance is 47,000 beings, with another 2 million connected via live feed. Security status: full deployment. Energy barriers at maximum power. Medical teams standing by with industrial-grade biohazard equipment. I study the tactical displays showing both sides of the upcoming conflict. 6 specialized killers against 1 human soldier. It should be a massacre. The only question is how quickly Maya will die and whether we will have enough pieces left to send home to Earth. The arena announcer's voice echoes through the complex as the evening's preliminary matches conclude. Ladies, gentlemen, and beings of all classifications, welcome to the most anticipated combat exhibition in Outer Rim history. The crowd noise is deafening. 47,000 voices demanding blood, violence, and spectacle on a scale that will be talked about for generations. Maya enters the arena to a mixture of cheers and alien war cries. She looks impossibly small under the harsh lights, but she moves with the same controlled confidence that dismantled the Crimson Pack. Her equipment check is swift and professional. Her scan of the arena geometry is thorough and tactical. The access tunnels on the opposite side hiss open, and the champions from Mortis Prime emerge in formation. They move like a military unit, each one covering specific sectors, creating overlapping fields of fire and mutual support. These aren't just individual fighters. They are a coordinated killing machine designed to overwhelm opponents through combined arms tactics. Maya studies them for exactly 30 seconds, cataloging capabilities, identifying weaknesses, formulating strategy. Then she nods once, like a craftsman acknowledging that she's been given interesting materials to work with. The automated systems seal the arena, raising energy barriers that could contain a small nuclear detonation. The medical teams check their equipment one final time. The cleaning crews prepare for what promises to be the biggest biological hazard situation in arena history. Tonight, the announcer continues, Maya Cross, champion of the Crimson Pits, faces 6 undefeated warriors from the death rings of Mortis Prime. No quarter asked, none given. Combat continues until yield or complete incapacitation. The countdown begins. 10 seconds until violence beyond anything the arena has previously hosted. 9. Maya draws her plasma sword and activates her shock gauntlets. Blue energy crackles along her knuckles. 8. The Mortis Prime champions spread out in perfect formation, each one moving to optimal attack positions. 7. Someone in the crowd screams Maya's name in what sounds like Earth military slang. 6. Tor raises his massive warhammer, the weapon humming with gravitational field generators. 5. Maya closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. When she opens them again, they are completely cold. 4. The energy barriers reach full power with a sound like tearing reality. 3. Vash begins shifting between solid and liquid states, preparing to flow through Maya's defenses. 2. Maya Cross smiles, but this time it's not anticipation. It's the expression of a professional killer who's just realized she gets to practice her craft. 1. The champions charge in perfect coordination, 6 deadly specialists moving to end her life. The bell rings. Maya doesn't move. For exactly 2 seconds, She stands motionless while 6 killing machines close the distance to her position. The crowd holds its collective breath. Even I find myself leaning forward, wondering if she's frozen in terror. Then she explodes into motion. But not toward the champions. Maya launches herself straight up, using her plasma sword as an anchor point to swing from one of the arena's equipment dispensers. She's no longer where the champions expected her to be when their coordinated attack arrives. Instead, she's above them. Her neural disruptor fires 3 rapid bursts while she's still airborne. Targeting Nexamind Render first, the psychic predator staggers as his mental abilities are scrambled by directed neural feedback. One threat neutralized before Maya even touches the ground. She lands behind Sith the Shadow Walker, the light-bending assassin who thought invisibility would give her a tactical advantage. Maya's shock gauntlets discharged directly into Sith's spine, 50,000 volts of electricity making invisibility irrelevant when your nervous system is convulsing. 2 down in the first 15 seconds. Korn Bloodfist spins around, his explosive punches targeting the space where Maya should be. But she's already moved again, using Sith's collapsing body as a springboard to launch herself at Rex Ironhide. Her plasma sword carves through armor plating that has deflected military-grade weapons, finding the microscopic gaps between plates that most fighters never notice. Rex screams as superheated plasma burns through his internal organs. He's not dead, but he's definitely out of the fight. 3 down. Vash flows toward Maya in liquid form, trying to engulf her in crystalline death. Maya responds by grabbing one of the arena's environmental hazard dispensers and triggering a localized gravitational field. The artificial gravity spike forces Vash back into solid form at exactly the wrong moment, leaving him vulnerable to a neural disruptor burst that scrambles his molecular cohesion. 4 down. Till the Deathbringer finally reaches her, his massive warhammer generating gravitational waves that crack the arena floor. Maya doesn't try to block or deflect the attack. Instead, she slides under the hammer's arc and drives her plasma sword up through Tor's knee joints, severing tendons and ligaments with surgical precision. The 9-foot giant topples like a falling building, his own mass working against him as he crashes to the arena floor. 5 down. Maya stands over the carnage, breathing slightly harder but showing no signs of fatigue. Around her, 5 of the most feared killers in known space are down for the count. Some groaning, some unconscious. All of them comprehensively defeated by a human who weighs less than any one of them. Next, the Mind Render, his psychic abilities slowly recovering from neural disruption, struggles to his knees. "How?" he gasps. "How did you counter all of us so quickly?" Maya deactivates her weapons and looks down at him with something that might be sympathy. "Because you fight like specialists. I fight like a human." She helps next to his feet with the same professional courtesy she showed the Crimson Pack. "On Earth, we don't have the luxury of specialization. Everything on our planet wants to kill us, so we learn to adapt to everything. You are dangerous because you are perfect at one thing. I'm dangerous because I'm good enough at everything." The arena falls silent except for the groans of wounded champions and the hum of medical drones moving in to assess casualties. Maya Cross has just dismantled 6 undefeated killing machines in less than 4 minutes, and she looks like she could do it again without breaking a sweat. The announcer struggles to find words. "Ladies and gentlemen, Maya Cross has achieved complete victory over the champions of Mortis Prime. In an unprecedented display of..." But I'm not listening. I'm staring at the tactical analysis scrolling across my screens, showing exactly how Maya neutralized each opponent. Every move calculated, every strike precise, every decision tactical. She didn't just win, she dominated, and she did it while showing professional respect for opponents who came to kill her. Pip appears at my side, datapad clutched so tightly his appendages are turning white. "Sir, Admiral Karras is requesting immediate communication." The holo projector activates, showing Karras's bloated form. For the first time since I have known him, the crime lord looks genuinely shaken. "Coordinator Thane," he says slowly, "I concede the wager. The entertainment stations will be transferred to your corporation within 24 hours. Thank you, Admiral. Your champions fought with honor." "Yes, they did," which makes their defeat all the more instructive. Karras pauses, studying something off-screen. Tell me, Coordinator, what are your plans for Maya Cross now? I look down at the arena floor, where Maya is helping the medical team stabilize Tor's injured knee. She's providing first aid to someone who tried to kill her 4 minutes ago. I think, Admiral, that Maya Cross is going to make us all very rich, and very, very careful about who we consider dangerous. The communication terminates, leaving me alone with the most profitable night in arena history and the growing certainty that Maya Cross isn't just a fighter. She's a force of nature, and we have only seen the beginning. 72 hours after Maya Cross turned 6, Death Ring champions into a medical emergency, and I'm beginning to suspect that running the most profitable arena in the Outer Rim might actually kill me. The profit margins are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. We have sold broadcast rights to 43 different networks. Ticket prices have increased by 800%, and we are still selling out every seat. Maya Cross merchandise is outselling everything else in the sector combined. The problem is that nobody wants to fight her anymore. Sir Pip scuttles up to my platform looking like he hasn't slept since Tuesday. We have a situation. What kind of situation? Did the acid spitters escape again? No, sir, it's bigger than that. Much bigger. The Galactic Entertainment Commission has classified Maya Cross as a Category 9 hazard. I feel something cold settle in my stomach region. Category 9 hazards are reserved for things like unstable star cores, weaponized plagues, and rogue artificial intelligences. Not individual gladiators. On what grounds? Economic disruption, sir. Her performances are so dominant that they are affecting betting markets across 17 sectors. 3 different crime syndicates have lost enough money that they are threatening to declare war on each other. The Hutt cartel is demanding combat restrictions, and the Mercenary Guild is filing formal complaints about unfair labor practices. I pull up the latest financial reports, and my profit-loving heart nearly stops. Maya Cross isn't just winning fights. She's breaking the entire gladiatorial entertainment industry. When one fighter becomes so dominant that nobody will bet against them, the whole system collapses. What does the Commission want us to do? They are sending a formal inspection team, sir, led by Commissioner Rand himself. They arrive in 6 hours. Commissioner Rand, the bloated bureaucrat who once shut down an entire arena complex because their fighters weren't dying fast enough to maintain audience interest. If he's coming here personally, then Maya Cross has attracted attention from the highest levels of galactic government. And that, historically speaking, is when things go very badly for everyone involved. Where is Maya now? Training, sir. She's been in the exercise yard for the past 4 hours. I switch to the security feeds and immediately understand why the other gladiators have started requesting protective custody. Maya isn't just exercising. She's practicing combat scenarios against multiple imaginary opponents, moving through complex attack patterns that would challenge professional military units. And she's doing it while maintaining a conversation with Big Mike, the Zelkarian fighter, who's been asking her about Earth combat techniques. The key, Maya explains while executing a perfect aerial takedown on empty air, is not to fight harder, it's to fight smarter. Your species evolved in high-gravity environments, so you are naturally stronger than most opponents. But strength without strategy is just aggression. Big Mike nods thoughtfully, taking notes on a datapad. What about when you are outnumbered? Make them get in each other's way. Force them to attack through narrow approaches. Use their numbers against them. Maya transitions smoothly into a weapons kata that involves 12 different strikes in rapid succession. On Earth, humans were never the biggest predators. We survived by being the most adaptable. I watched this casual conversation about tactical combat theory, and suddenly I realize something that makes my skin crawl. Maya isn't just a fighter. She's a teacher. She's sharing advanced military knowledge with other gladiators like she's conducting a training seminar. Pip, pull up Maya's original file. The complete version. Not the sanitized copy we got from the debt collectors. Sir, that file is heavily redacted. Most of it is classified at levels above our security clearance. Pull it up anyway. The file that appears on my screen is mostly black bars and security warnings, but the fragments that remain visible paint a terrifying picture. Military service with something called Terran Special Operations Command. Deployment records to worlds with names like hostile environment pacification and high-risk asset recovery. Combat citations for actions against numerically superior forces and fortified positions. And at the bottom, one line that isn't redacted. Specialist Cross is authorized for deep cover intelligence operations in non-Terran space. Deep cover intelligence operations. Oh, wonderful. My most profitable gladiator is a spy. The arena's main communication system activates with the distinctive chime that indicates priority traffic from the Galactic Entertainment Commission. Commissioner Rand's bloated face appears on the hollow projector, his expression suggesting that someone has personally offended him. Coordinator Thane, I trust you understand why I'm here. Commissioner, what a delightful surprise. I assume this is about our recent success with Maya Cross? Success? Rand's voice rises several octaves. Coordinator, your human has single-handedly destabilized the gladiatorial entertainment market. Betting revenues are down 60% across the sector. Crime syndicates are threatening each other over losses. The Mercenary Guild is demanding that all Deathworlders be banned from arena combat. Sir, Maya Cross has competed fairly within all established rules. Her success is simply the result of superior training and natural ability. Natural ability. Rand sputters. Coordinator, she's not just winning fights. She's giving tactical lectures to other fighters. Our intelligence analysts believe she's conducting some form of military recruitment. I glance at the security feed showing Maya helping Big Mike with his defensive stance while 3 other gladiators take notes. It does look suspiciously like a training exercise. What are your intentions regarding her continued participation? Effective immediately, Maya Cross is suspended from all arena activities pending a full investigation into her background and intentions. If she resists, we have authorization to use military force. Military force. Against a human who just dismantled 6 Death Ring champions without breathing hard. Commissioner, with respect, I should mention that Maya Cross is currently in the Gladiator quarters with 23 other fighters. If you are planning to arrest her, you might want to consider the tactical implications. Coordinator, we are not planning to arrest her. We are planning to contain her. The communication terminates, leaving me staring at monitors showing the most dangerous situation in arena history. In approximately 6 hours, the Galactic Entertainment Commission is going to attempt to contain a human special operations soldier using conventional security forces. This is going to be magnificent, and probably fatal for everyone involved. I activate the internal communication system that reaches all gladiator quarters. Attention, all fighters. For your own safety, please evacuate the exercise areas immediately. This is not a drill. The response is immediate. 23 alien gladiators scramble for the exits like their lives depend on it, leaving Maya alone in the exercise yard. She watches them go with mild curiosity, then looks directly at the security camera. Coordinator Thane, could I speak with you privately? 5 minutes later, Maya Cross stands in my office, still wearing standard gladiator exercise gear and looking about as dangerous as a houseplant. Except for her eyes, which hold the kind of cold calculation that makes smart beings reconsider their life choices. I assume you have figured out that I'm not actually here because of debt collectors. The thought had occurred to me along with several other uncomfortable realizations about your background. Maya nods and settles into a chair with the fluid grace of someone comfortable with violence. 3 months ago, a Terran diplomatic courier named David Kane disappeared while carrying classified documents through this sector. His transport was attacked by pirates, but his body was never recovered. And you think he ended up here? I know he did. Station Nexus 7 has been processing illegal prisoners for the gladiatorial trade. David Kane was sold to one of the arena complexes in this system under a false identity. I feel pieces clicking together in ways that make my profit projections look suddenly irrelevant. You are here to rescue him. I'm here to retrieve him and the classified documents he was carrying. The debt collector story was just convenient cover to get me inside the system. And the arena fighting. The public displays of combat expertise? Maya's smile is sharp enough to cut metal. Necessary to establish credibility and access to restricted areas. Also, I needed to identify which arena complex is holding David Kane. Process of elimination. I study the tactical displays, showing security forces gathering at the station's docking bays. Commissioner Rand's containment team is arriving ahead of schedule, and they are bringing enough firepower to level a small city. Maya, in approximately 4 hours, this facility is going to be invaded by a military force that considers you a threat to galactic security. They have authorization to use lethal force. I know, I have been monitoring their communications since Tuesday. You have been what? Coordinator Thane, I'm a Terran Special Operations soldier. Monitoring enemy communications is basic fieldcraft. Maya stands and moves to the window overlooking the arena floor. Which brings me to why I'm talking to you instead of simply completing my mission and leaving. I'm listening. David Kane isn't in this facility, but I have identified where he is being held. Unfortunately, extracting him will require creating a significant distraction to draw security forces away from his location. The cold feeling in my stomach intensifies. What kind of distraction? Maya turns from the window, and her expression is absolutely terrifying in its calm professionalism. The kind that involves fighting my way through every security force on this station while Commissioner Rand watches his containment operation turn into a public relations nightmare. You are planning to fight the entire Commission enforcement team. I'm planning to demonstrate why Earth humans are considered dangerous enough to merit Category 9 hazard classifications. I activate my personal communication array and pull up tactical displays showing the approaching enforcement fleet. 12 heavy cruisers, 4 assault transports, and enough ground forces to occupy a medium-sized planet. Maya, that's a military invasion force. Even a Deathworlder has limits. Coordinator Thane, you have been thinking about this situation incorrectly from the beginning. Maya moves to my tactical display and highlights specific ship configurations. You keep assuming that I'm just one individual fighter. But I'm not fighting alone. What do you mean? David Kane isn't the only Terran operative in this sector. He's just the only one who got captured. Maya's smile becomes predatory. Earth doesn't send single agents on missions this important. We send teams. The arena's external sensors suddenly activate, displaying new contacts approaching from multiple vectors. 3 ships running dark, moving with the kind of precision that indicates military training. Earth Special Forces, I ask. Something like that. Maya checks her chronometer. They have been waiting for my signal. Once Commissioner Rand commits his forces to containing me, they will extract David Kane and the classified documents while the Commission is distracted. And you are the distraction. I'm the distraction. I watch the tactical display update as both sides converge on Station Nexus 7. Commission forces assuming they are conducting a routine containment operation. Earth forces preparing to extract their captured operative. And in the middle, Maya Cross, who's about to turn the Crimson Pits into the most dangerous place in known space. What do you need from me? Keep the arena systems active and the security barriers functional. Make sure the medical teams are ready for massive casualties. And when this is over, transfer my Gladiator contract to the Earth Colonial Administration. And in return, Maya's expression softens slightly. In return, Maya Cross disappears forever, and you never have to worry about the Galactic Entertainment Commission investigating your facility again. The arena's proximity alarms activate as the first commission transports dock with the station. Through my office windows, I can see armored figures moving through the corridors, heading toward the Gladiator quarters with weapons drawn. How many commission troops are we talking about? Approximately 300 ground forces plus support personnel and command staff. I stare at her. Maya, you are planning to fight 300 soldiers. I'm planning to demonstrate why the Mercenary Guild wants Deathworlders banned from arena combat. The arena's main doors explode inward as commission troops breach the facility. They move in perfect formation, weapons raised expecting to find a single human gladiator who needs to be contained. Instead, they find Maya Cross standing alone in the center of the arena floor, wearing her standard combat gear and looking like she's been waiting for them. Commissioner Rand, she calls out, her voice carrying clearly across the arena. You are making a mistake. Rand's voice echoes from hidden speakers. Surrender immediately and you will be processed according to galactic law. I don't think so. Maya activates her plasma sword and shock gauntlets. The energy barriers around the arena hum to life, sealing 300 soldiers inside with the most dangerous individual they have ever encountered. And for the first time since this whole situation began, I find myself feeling sorry for someone other than Maya Cross. The first wave of troops opens fire with neural disruptors set to maximum stun. Maya moves like liquid lightning, her body flowing between energy blasts that would drop most beings instantly. Her plasma sword carves through armor and weapons with surgical precision, disabling rather than killing. But there are so many of them. For 30 minutes the arena becomes a battlefield beyond anything in its violent history. Maya moves through formations of trained soldiers like a force of nature, her every action calculated to create maximum chaos with minimum permanent damage. She's not trying to kill them all. She's trying to make them understand exactly why Earth humans are feared across the galaxy. By the time the fighting stops, 270 commissioned soldiers are unconscious, wounded, or too terrified to continue fighting. The remaining 30 have barricaded themselves in the command center and are requesting immediate evacuation. Maya stands in the center of the arena, breathing hard but still functional, surrounded by the wreckage of the most powerful law enforcement operation in galactic history. Commissioner Rand's voice trembles as it echoes through the facility. "What are you?" Maya looks up at the command center cameras with an expression of infinite patience. "Commissioner, I'm exactly what you thought I was. A human from Earth. And now you understand why that should terrify you." Her communication device chirps with an incoming message. Maya listens for a moment, then nods. Mission accomplished. David Kane and the classified documents are secure. Earth forces are withdrawing from the sector. She turns to the nearest camera and speaks directly to me. "Coordinator Thane, thank you for your cooperation. My Gladiator contract is hereby terminated." And with that, Maya Cross walks out of the arena, leaving behind the most profitable 3 days in entertainment history and the most terrifying demonstration of human capabilities ever recorded. 6 months later, the Galactic Entertainment Commission still hasn't figured out how to classify what happened at the Crimson Pits. Maya Cross has vanished completely, presumably back to whatever special operations unit spawned her. The arena is more profitable than ever, partly because of our reputation for hosting the most dangerous fighters in the galaxy, and partly because nobody wants to risk encountering another Deathworlder. And every night when I close my office and look down at the arena floor where Maya Cross fought 300 soldiers and won, I remember her final words to Commissioner Rain. She wasn't boasting. She wasn't threatening. She was simply explaining a fundamental truth about her species. Humans are dangerous not because they are strong or fast or tough. They are dangerous because they are human. And that, as it turns out, is more than enough.